Hello and welcome to Android Application Development course at Skyline University College. My name is Tauqeer and I'm certified trainer from Android ATC. I'm here to tell you about all the things that can look forward to in this course. I will teach you how to develop an application from start to the end. You will learn how to develop more than 10 Android applications, after which you will be able to develop any application that you want. I'm going to take you from complete beginners to the advanced development professional. The prerequisite for this course is one should be familiar with any programming language such as Kotlin, Java or C#. By the end of this course, you will have understood how to design your own Firebase database application, how to use REST and APIs to grab live data from the internet, how to get Google Maps location, and how to create chatbots in Android. Course contents are carefully picked and consist of detailed explanation. So you will have understood not just how to do something, but more importantly, why we are doing it. After you have completed the course, you will have over 10 fully fledged Android applications in your portfolio that can show your potential to the employer. So let's get started and build our first application in Android Studio. In this demonstration, you will learn how to design the screen elements, how to place different screen elements such as text views, edit text, buttons, and how to arrange all these elements on the screen. Due to the time limitations, only design will be created in this video session. So let's get started already. Let's start now and let's create this interface using Android Studio, and this is going to be our first application, and the interface is just like a calculator application over here. So let me just open the Android Studio. So let's go to the Windows Start menu and look for Android Studio. There it goes. It is loading now. So once the Android Studio loads, we will be creating the first project, and this is the interface. This is the first screen. Once you load the Android Studio, you will be getting this first screen. Just click on this create new project here. And by the way, I'm using the latest version of Android Studio over here. So just click on the new project. We have many different templates available here in the project section, and we will look into these different templates with the passage of time. So right now we will be starting with the empty activity over here. So I'm just clicking on this empty activity and click next. Now here, the name is required. The name you guys need to give over here. And the name for this application could be simple calculator. Let's call it calculator. Yeah. And next is the package name. The package name is this package name is very much important here, because if you're interested to publish this application in the Google Play Store, so this package name comes into play, and this package name is very, very important over here, because there are millions of applications already uploaded in Google Play Store. Now, how to recognize a particular application? Then the package name comes into this picture actually. Now the package name here, the standard rule is, or you can reverse the domain. Like suppose I'm working for the Skyline University, so the reverse domain address will be ae.ac.skylineuniversity.sample calculator. Okay, that's the application name over. That's the package name over here, and make sure that this package name is the unique package name over here. And this is the location where you want to save this project. I'm not going to change the location of this project. It will go directly to this default application folder, whatever I have given already, whatever I have set already. So the language is Kotlin, and we will be using this Kotlin language. We will be coding this application in the Kotlin language. Next is the minimum SDK over here. This is again very important, guys, and I need your attention over the screen. See, we have many options available to develop our application. The least API level is 16, which is Jelly Bean, and the last one, the maximum, is Android 11 API level 30 R. Now, which one shall we pick for? So just in order to pick the relevant API level here, the important is first you need to know the audience. Who will be your audience? Like, or who is going to use this application? And you should be familiar with what platform or what version of the Android they are using. Okay, and here I would like to follow this guideline given by the Android, given by the Google. If I click on help and choose this section, this will bring another dialog box where it will give me the details of different API levels. If you go with API level 4.1, almost 99.8% devices they are going to support. They are supported, by the way. But with this, if you select this 4.1 Jelly Bean, this is going to increase the size of the file also, increase the application size as well, and it can lead to performance issues. So again, we cannot select this one blindly, that because my application will be covered almost 99.8% of the devices. So we need to select it wisely. And right now, for this application, I think I'm happy with the API level 23 with Marshmallow and onwards. Though it is going to cover 84.9% devices, and I'm pretty happy using this selection. And hopefully, my application will not have any performance issues and any other kinds of issues my application is not going to face. So let's click OK. And I'm going to select over here API level 23.6 Marshmallow, which is going to cover, again, you can see in this dialog box, it is going to cover almost 84.9% of the devices. So click finish. Just click on the finish button, and Android Studio is going to load, and we need to wait for some time over here. Android Studio takes a lot of resources actually, and let's wait till the loading of this software is complete. By the way, you guys need to wait. You can check in the status bar. Still, it is working on Gradle build, and some tasks are in progress, and you can see this progress bar as well. So once this progress bar is over and you don't see any message in the status bar, then you are in a position to start working on your application. Otherwise, you will mess with the application, and you will face a lot of challenges if you start doing it straight away. So let's wait, and let's wait to load all the packages, each and everything. Now we are almost ready to start and to design our interface. As I mentioned, what we are going to work or what we are going to create is this calculator application, where we will have this number one is the text field. Next is the input required from the user, which will be edit text. Number two, text field. Next is the input required from the user is text, edit text. These are the buttons. Then there is a label, and then this label is text field again, and we have one more text field over here. So that's the interface which we are going to create over here. So let me click on, see, once you create your application, the first time when you create this application, you will see these two windows over here. Okay, so we have this activity underscore main and main activity.kotlin file. So right now we will be going into activity underscore main.xml file. This is the file where we will create the interface. And if you look into the project structure, we have lots of folders. And if I just expand this res resource folder, there is a layout folder inside the resource folder. And here is this file which we are talking about, activity underscore main .xml. So don't worry about these different folders. Again, with the passage of time, I'm not going to explain you right now all of these folders. With the passage of time, we will be understanding the purpose of all these folders over here. So this is my first application, and we need to create this interface. This application comes with this hello world by default text view. So I need to remove this text view. So select this text view and press the delete key from the keyboard to get rid of this text field. I pressed it twice because it was just deleting the constants. Now, this is the empty interface, and what I need two text fields. If you see, if I show it to you, this application, we have number one. Number one is just like a label, and this label will be again a text field. Number two, a text field. Total, which is displayed over here. Whenever we click on this button, it is going to add these two numbers, or subtract or multiply or divide based on our choice. And then the result will be displayed again in the text field. So what we are going to do right now, so we can simply drag one text field over here, drag and drop. Drag and drop. Now here in the attributes window or in the properties window, you need to look for this text and change this text to number 1 colon. Enter. See, the text is also changed. The text field text is also changed, just like we have changed the caption over here. The next is we need an input text field. Now this input text field in Android, it is called edit text. So, or you can go for plain text. Okay. So you can drag this plain text right in front of the number field over here. Plain text, drag and drop, and please realign them right in front of the numbers text field. So this is aligned. So by default, the text which is written inside the text field is name. We don't want this, and we want to replace this name with a placeholder. Placeholder is just like when you load your application and when you click on this text field to type something, the placeholder will disappear from the screen. So scroll down and look for hint in the attributes window. So here is the hint attribute window, and here we are going to type enter first number, press enter. So that's the hint which will appear on the screen, and it will give hint to the user to write something, to write some numbers over here. So next we need again a text view. So drag and drop this text view under this number 1 text view and change this text to number 2 colon. These are just the labels, and they will just give the information to the users that, okay, what is this text field for? So next, plain text, we are going to drag and drop right in front of this number 2 text field, and make sure it is under first, enter first number text field. There it goes now. And similarly, we will be removing the text from here. Just delete this text and look for hint, and in the hint section type this text, enter second number, press enter. So you guys need to press enter to register this change, otherwise the change may not appear instantly. So we have entered our second plain text also, where we can input some fields. The next thing, guys, if you look into this interface, what we need 4 buttons over here, which are placed right next to each other. So go back to Android Studio, and now we need to bring 4 buttons, and we will be placing them next to each other. So click on this button section in the palette window. Inside the palette window, look for buttons, and this is the first button. Drag and drop this button under this number field over here. That's the button over here, guys. And change this text to plus sign, because this is a plus button. And if you see, the width of this button is quite large, and in order to adjust all 4 buttons, we need to reduce the width of this button. So what I'll do, I'll go down and look for layout width in the attributes window. Scroll down further. It will, otherwise what you can do, you can search for also. Click on this search icon in the attributes window and look for layout width. Here is the layout width. By default, it is wrap content. Wrap content means adjust the width and height of this button according to the text given inside. So I'm going to change this to 70 dp. I think 70 dp density pixels is good enough for this button. So dp, we are learning one new thing over here. dp means density pixels. So the size of any screen elements like text, button, edit text, or the plain text. Okay, so you need to give them in dps, density pixels. If you are using, if you are referring to the text, then it will be sp scale pixels. So these two measurement which we use in Android Studio, dp density pixels for the different controls, and for text we use sp scale pixels. So we are done. We have just created one button here with the plus icon inside, or the plus text inside. So what we want here, we want to duplicate this button. And because why we need to duplicate this button, we don't need to adjust the layout width. Okay, we only need to change the text inside that. How to duplicate this button? Control C is one of the most widely used command in Windows. Control C means copy, and Control V means paste. So I'm going to select this button, press Control C and Control V. So a duplicate button is generated. You can see in the component tree, we can see two buttons over here, button 1 and button 2. So I'm going to select button 2 and drag and drop right in front of this button here. So just change the text now. You can close, you can cancel this search bar. We were in our last action, we were looking for this layout. So cancel this one. And here is this plus button. Just change this to minus, press enter. Now what we need to do, again, Control C, Control V. So if I'm just pressing Control V, let me just see, Control V, is it gonna work? Yes, third button is generated. So drag and drop right in front of this minus button. See, the width is the same now. Okay, the size of the buttons are the same. This is the advantage by copy pasting the button. Now only we need to change is the text over here. So plus, minus, star for multiplication. One last thing we need to do, Control V, paste one more button over here and drag it right in front of this button. So we have these four buttons. Let's change the text to slash sign, slash for division, press enter. Now, it's better to, in order to align these controls properly, it's better we should go step by step over here to align these controls. Otherwise, my output will be completely messed. Okay, let me show you the output in the emulator. Let me run this pixel emulator here. So meanwhile, the pixel emulator starts, and then we will run this application. I want to show you the output, that how this output looks. So that's my emulator over here. I can test, I can debug, I can run the application in this environment. So here in Android Studio, guys, this is the play button, and make sure your emulator is active and it is running. So click on this play button. So once you click on this play button, this application, you can see down below in the Android Studio, guys, the status bar. This is again very helpful, and you will get a lot of information from this status bar. Gradle build running. So this is creating my application, building my application, and once the application is ready, it will be installed on this emulator. So just wait for some time till this application is installed on this emulator. So you can see install, launching the activity. Once the activity is launched, and you'll see the complete screen is messed up because we have not aligned our controls over here. And all these controls are one over each other. So to align these controls, what I'm going to do here, I'll head back to Android Studio, and in this interface here, press Control A. Control A means select all. So you need to select these all controls over here. So press Control A. Control A means to select all these controls on the screen elements. Now, this is very useful, and I would like to grab your attention on the screen, please. Once again, look at this icon. This icon is for infer constraint. So just click on this infer constraint once all the controls are selected. So it is going to automatically adjust the positions of these controls. So if I click on this infer constraints, see, my constraint positions are automatically adjusted over here. Now, if I rerun this application, here is this instance changes we can apply. Let me see if the instant changes works well or not. Otherwise, we will rerun this application. So changes are applied, and look at this, guys. In the first attempt here, normally we don't get the similar kind of interface, like the alignments are not done properly. So we need to try several times in order to get this kind of output. Now, in our first attempt, we got this layout ready, which is great. And with the passage of time, I will also show you some other ways to align these controls as well, and we will look into it. Now, our interface is still not complete, and what we are missing here, if you see over here, we need to have a text field again to display the result, and we can have one more text field to display the Skyline University College label over here. So let me just go back, head back to your Android Studio. So what we need now? So in order to display the result over here, guys, what do we need? Make a guess. Yes, you're right. We need over here a text view. So drag and drop this text view under the button here, and you can increase the size of this text field, and we can type here the text as result. So it is going to show me the result over here. That's the result. And under this, we can have one more text field, by the way. Drag and drop one more text field for the Skyline University College. There it goes. So change the text field to Skyline University College. Press enter. And if you want to center align these controls, again, in the attribute window, you will find the text attribute, and here is the center alignment, text align into the center. Okay. So now if these two controls are, again, we have not assigned any constants, the layout constants. And that's why if you see in the component tree, we are getting some red symbols over here. These red symbols are the errors. If I try to run this application, my application will not run properly here. So what I can do, again, I can press Control A, select all, and click on Infer Constant. And these two newly inserted text fields will also be the part of those constants now. Now, if I try to instant run this application, and it is going to show me this output. Still, I'm getting the error message over here. It means instant run is not going to run. So let me run this application from start again. Terminate the previous one, and let's run this application and see the output. There we go, guys, and we are getting the expected. At the end of this course, you will be awarded with attendance certificate from Android ATC, and many congratulations to you on achieving your certificate. Go ahead and create this interface and make all the changes which you are happy with. Thank you very much for watching this video tutorial session. You will find many such videos in the future. So please like and subscribe this YouTube channel for more updates. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy coding. See you in the next video.